My mother was the queen for a very long time, and although you kind of know that this might happen, you don't really think about it very much. The royal family has long captured the world's attention with its rich history, grandeur, and moments of public intrigue. From Queen Elizabeth's reign to the rise of younger members like Prince William and Harry, their lives have been marked by triumphs, scandals, and controversy. She hasn't, no, she's more of a soft, modest kind of influence. But no one could have predicted the events that would change the course of this storied family forever. Prince Harry, Princess Anne, and Prince William just broke the silence on recent events, and it's shocking. She was the villain, she was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image. The younger son, we need to know more about the three so we understand why they spoke out. Prince Harry, born Henry Charles Albert David on September 15, 1984, is the younger son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Growing up in the shadow of his older brother Prince William, Harry's life from the start was defined by both privilege and the weight of royal expectations. Yet, despite being part of one of the most recognizable families in the world, Harry has always carved out his own path. His life has been shaped by both his position within the royal family and his own desires to find a way to be more than just another royal figurehead. Harry's early life was filled with the luxuries and constraints of royalty. He spent much of his childhood at Kensington Palace in London, but the breakdown of his parents' marriage and his mother's tragic passing in 1997 had a profound effect on him. Like most children in the royal family, Harry was educated in the country, attending several prestigious schools throughout his youth. He started his education at Wetherby School and later attended Ludgrove School in Berkshire. However, it was at Eton College, one of the country's most elite schools, where Harry's public image began to form. Unlike his older brother, who was seen as the more studious and reserved of the two, Harry was known for his boisterous personality. However, despite his rowdy reputation, Harry proved himself academically capable and went on to pursue a gap year before starting university. He spent part of his gap year traveling to countries like Africa and Australia, where he worked with disadvantaged communities. This experience shaped much of his later work as he gained an understanding of life outside the royal bubble. Afterward, Harry briefly attended the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, where he trained to become an officer in the British Army. Harry's decision to join the army was seen as both a desire for a more grounded life and an effort to distance himself from the constant media scrutiny he had endured throughout his childhood. Harry's military career was a defining part of his life. After Sandhurst, he was commissioned as an officer in the British Army's Blues and Royals, a regiment of the Household Cavalry. His time in the military offered him a sense of normalcy and purpose that he had struggled to find within the confines of royal duties. Harry served in various roles, including in Afghanistan, where he was deployed twice. During his first tour in 2007, the media caught wind of his deployment, causing a security risk that forced Harry to be withdrawn from the front lines. However, Harry remained undeterred and later returned to Afghanistan in 2012, where he served as an Apache helicopter pilot. His military career wasn't just about serving his country, it was also a way for Harry to escape the royal spotlight and earn respect in his own right. Throughout his time in the army, Harry remained dedicated to his duties, and he became known for his leadership qualities, often earning the respect of both fellow soldiers and superiors. Even after leaving the army in 2015, Harry maintained a strong connection to the military. He became a vocal advocate for wounded veterans, founding the Invictus Games in 2014, an international sporting event for injured service members. Through the Invictus Games, Harry hoped to highlight the resilience and strength of injured veterans while also raising awareness of their mental health challenges. Harry's time in the military opened his eyes to the struggles faced by veterans and those with mental health challenges, and this became one of his primary passions. His own experience with grief, especially after the loss of his mother Diana, prompted him to focus on mental health and well-being. Over the years, he has been a staunch advocate for mental health awareness, speaking openly about his own struggles with grief, trauma, and mental health. In addition to mental health, Harry has a deep passion for Africa. His gap year experiences, particularly in Lesotho, had a lasting impact on him, and he returned to Africa numerous times after that. He co-founded Sentebale in 2006, a charity aimed at supporting vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana. Through Sentebale, Harry sought to provide access to education, healthcare, and emotional support to children in need. One of Prince Harry's notable passions is his work with conservation. He has long advocated for the protection of endangered species, particularly elephants, and has worked closely with several organizations focused on wildlife preservation. His desire to protect wildlife and preserve natural landscapes aligns with his broader belief in environmental sustainability, something that has been central to much of his charity work over the years. Prince Harry's personal life changed dramatically when he met Meghan Markle in 2016. Meghan, an American actress, was far from the typical royal match, which made their relationship all the more intriguing. Their romance became the subject of intense media scrutiny from the start, and Harry, who had always been somewhat of a rebel within the royal family, seemed to find in Meghan a kindred spirit. Meghan, who had lived a relatively low-key life before her relationship with Harry, was thrust into the global spotlight after they started dating. Some saw the couple's relationship as a modernizing force within the royal family, especially given Meghan's background as a biracial woman with a career in acting. In May 2018, the couple married at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle in a ceremony that was watched by millions around the world. Their wedding marked a significant moment for the British royal family, symbolizing a new era that included a break from traditional norms. However, the media's relentless intrusion into their private lives created tension for the couple. Harry and Meghan were often subjected to negative press, with tabloids focusing on everything from Meghan's family background to the couple's choice of living arrangements. In early 2020, the couple announced that they would step back from their roles as senior members of the royal family, a move that stunned many. The decision was driven in part by the overwhelming pressure of media scrutiny, which Harry had long struggled with. After stepping down from royal duties, Harry and Meghan moved to North America, initially settling in Canada before later purchasing a home in California. Despite the challenges, the couple remained committed to their charitable work, founding Archewell, an organization aimed at addressing issues related to community service, compassion, and mental health. The couple also focused on raising their children, Archie and Lilibet, in a way that would allow them to lead relatively normal lives away from the intense royal spotlight. Princess Anne, born Anne Elizabeth Alice Louise on August 15, 1950, is the second child and the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. As the Princess Royal, Anne is known for her strong work ethic, sense of duty, and direct approach to her royal responsibilities. Though often overshadowed by the more media-centric members of her family, Anne's life has been marked by a dedication to service, a deep commitment to her passions, and a series of significant personal milestones. Anne's early years were defined by both privilege and a deep sense of responsibility. As the daughter of the reigning monarch, she was thrust into the spotlight from a young age. However, unlike her brothers, Anne's upbringing was characterized by a certain level of independence. Her parents, particularly Prince Philip, were determined that she and her siblings should grow up with a strong sense of duty and a connection to the real world rather than being cloistered away in a bubble of royal luxury. Anne's education was handled with the same seriousness that her parents applied to every aspect of royal life. She began her early education at home under the supervision of governesses, learning the basics of reading, writing, and history. Later, she attended Benenden School in Kent, an all-girls private institution where she was known for her academic diligence and equestrian talents. Unlike some of her royal peers, Anne did not attend university. Instead, her education was geared more toward developing practical skills, particularly those related to her royal duties. While at school, Anne developed a passion for horseback riding, an interest that would later define much of her personal and professional life. She excelled in equestrian sports, quickly gaining a reputation as one of Britain's top riders. This passion would stay with her throughout her life and is perhaps one of the defining features of her character. Anne's royal duties began early in her life, with her first major public appearance occurring when she was just 18 years old. She was always seen as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, known for her dedication to charity work and her extensive involvement with organizations across the globe. In fact, Anne is often cited as one of the most active members of the royal family in terms of official engagements. Her first major royal responsibility came in 1970 when she was appointed as the president of Save the Children, an organization she continues to support to this day. Anne's passion for charity work is evident in her tireless commitment to various causes. Over the years, she has been involved in a wide range of initiatives, from supporting children's charities to advocating for the rights of animals. Her role with Save the Children has been particularly important, with Anne serving as its first and only president for several decades. Through her work with this organization, she has traveled extensively, raising awareness about issues such as poverty, malnutrition, and the education of children in developing countries. Anne has a long history of involvement in charitable and sporting organizations. Her passion for equestrian sports has driven her to take leadership roles in various equestrian bodies, including the International Olympic Committee. Her dedication to the sport has also led her to compete in events worldwide, and she continues to be a strong supporter of British equestrian teams. Beyond equestrian and charity work, Anne is engaged in various other causes, such as the arts, healthcare, and youth organizations. As a patron or president of over 300 organizations, her relentless work ethic is evident. Anne's public engagements are often practical and unglamorous, reflecting her commitment to making a tangible difference. She is known for her directness and determination, earning her respect as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family. Anne's personal passions have also played a significant role in her life. Equestrianism has been one of her primary interests, rooted in a deep love for horses. Her involvement in competitive riding includes participating in the 1976 Montreal Olympics, where she became the first royal to compete in the Olympics. Although she did not win a medal, her participation marked a milestone for both her and the British royal family. Anne's love for animals extends beyond horses. She has been a lifelong advocate for animal welfare. She has worked with numerous charities, including the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, where she has been a vocal supporter of animal rights and ethical treatment. Anne's personal life has had its challenges. In 1973, she married Captain Mark Phillips, a former Olympic equestrian rider. Their shared passion for horses and outdoor life made their marriage seem like a love match. The couple had 2 children together, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1992, a decision that was surprising at the time as it was one of the first major royal divorces in modern history. Despite this, Anne and Mark maintained a good relationship, particularly regarding their children, who remain close to their mother and support her in her royal duties. Later in 1992, Anne married Sir Timothy Lawrence, a former naval officer who had worked with the royal family. Their marriage is seen as a private and personal union, and Anne often speaks about the support her second husband provides her. Prince William, the eldest son of Prince Charles, was born on June 21, 1982, and has been in the public eye since birth as the first in line to the British throne. His life reflects both public expectation and personal commitment to duty. William's early life combined privilege with the weight of royal responsibility. Born at St. Mary's Hospital in London, he grew up with a strong relationship with his parents, who aimed to give him and his younger brother Harry a sense of normalcy despite media attention. At age 13, William attended Eton College, where he excelled academically and developed a passion for sports, particularly rugby. After completing his education at Eton, William attended the University of St Andrews in Scotland, studying geography. His time at university was transformative, as it allowed him personal growth and introduced him to Kate Middleton, who would later become his wife. St Andrews provided him a chance to experience a relatively normal student life, which he cherished. Upon graduation, William entered the military, where he completed officer training at Sandhurst and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the British Army. His military career, particularly in the Household Cavalry, was a testament to his dedication to service and helped prepare him for his future role as king. Time working in various branches of the armed forces, including the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy, training as a pilot and developing his skills in leadership, his military service gave him a sense of discipline and camaraderie. It was a crucial experience that helped him better understand the role of service and sacrifice. His time in the military was an essential part of his personal development, and it gave him insight into the lives of those who served their country in challenging and dangerous environments. Even as his military career progressed, William's royal duties continued to increase. As the first in line to the throne, he began taking on more significant public engagements and representing the royal family at various events, both in the UK and internationally. William's work for the monarchy, while deeply rooted in tradition, has also been marked by his desire to bring a modern touch to the royal family. He has often spoken about the importance of connecting with the public, and he has worked hard to balance the responsibilities of being a royal with those of a family man. As the future king, William's interests have always been a mix of both personal and public passions. From an early age, he was drawn to outdoor activities and sports, including rugby, skiing, and water sports. His love for outdoor activities has remained a central part of his life, and it reflects his broader commitment to maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle. William has also shown a great interest in conservation, particularly the protection of endangered species and the environment. He is deeply involved in the conservation work of several charities, including his role as patron of the Royal African Society. William's passion for conservation extends to his personal life, where he is known for his interest in sustainable living, whether it is through promoting green energy or supporting projects that aim to protect natural habitats. Another area of personal interest for William is aviation. After his time in the military, where he trained as a pilot, he has continued to have a passion for flying. He has spoken about his love for aviation on several occasions, and it remains a personal interest outside of his royal duties. However, William's most enduring passion is his family. His relationship with Kate Middleton has been a central aspect of his life, and it has been the foundation upon which he has built his future. William has always spoken with great affection about Kate, and their shared commitment to charity work, family life, and their royal roles has been a defining aspect of their partnership. But Kate had nothing to do with Harry, and William breaking the silence. They did it on their own. Harry and William broke the silence in the midst of the constant media spotlight and royal duties. Members of the British royal family are facing a personal crisis. Harry and William have all been quietly grappling with deep concern for their father and brother, King Charles, who has recently been diagnosed with cancer. Charles's health has been a topic of great concern for his family ever since the diagnosis became known. While the public has seen him carry on with his duties, his children and close family members have quietly watched him, hoping he will take some time to focus on his health. The news of his illness has shaken his family to the core. His resilience in the face of his condition is, of course, admirable, but it is also leading to anxiety among those who care about him most. Despite the diagnosis, Charles has continued to fulfill his royal responsibilities with his usual dedication, perhaps even at the expense of his health. It is not strange that Harry and William are worried about Charles's determination to work through his illness, but it is breaking news that Camilla, Queen Consort, seems to be encouraging him to do so. It's over. Prince Harry, Princess Anne, and Prince William break silence and shock everyone. At the heart of this family drama is a figure who has caused significant tension, Camilla. Her actions have caused more than a little discord among the family. The three are worried that Camilla is pushing Charles to continue working at full capacity, not because of any sense of duty or the well-being of the monarchy, but because of her own fears about her position. While Charles's health deteriorates, Camilla's role in his life and the royal family has become increasingly scrutinized. Her relationship with Charles has been a subject of both public fascination and royal gossip for decades. Despite the controversies surrounding her marriage to Charles, including the long-standing affair while he was still married to Princess Diana, Camilla has gradually settled into her role as the Queen Consort. But it seems there are still insecurities lurking beneath the surface. The royal family, especially Harry and William, believe that Camilla's desire for power and status is motivating her to push Charles into remaining active in his royal duties, even as his health declines. She fears losing her position if Charles steps back or, worse, if he were to relinquish the throne altogether in favor of William. The prospect of being sidelined or losing her influence in the royal family is one that Camilla finds hard to face. As the Queen Consort, her status in the royal hierarchy is tied directly to Charles's role as king. If he were to step down or reduce his public duties, Camilla's own power would diminish significantly. Harry and William feel that Camilla is being less than supportive of Charles's health needs. They see her actions as selfish, putting her own status above Charles's well-being. For Harry and William, it's not just about Charles's health, it's about the future of the monarchy and ensuring that his legacy is one of care and devotion to the people, not one of sacrificing his well-being for the sake of tradition. They are determined to see him take the rest he needs and are turning Camilla to their side. Should Charles carry on with his duties or slow down?